Your Excellency, esteemed colleagues, partners, friends, and guests, we are gathered here today to celebrate the launch of the network of trailblazing employers with whom we have worked through the SAWI project towards dignified and sustainable inclusion of women in formal economies across the Middle East. Over the years, with its mission to serve the peoples of the Middle East and beyond, AUB sought to foster a culture for diversity, leadership, and fair accessibility of women of economic participation to all. AUB has been at the forefront of advocacy for change, a change that impacts our region through education, research, and knowledge creation. This is at the heart of the work we do at CIBL for Women. Institutions like AUB are poised to help shape the MENA region in these most challenging times. It was always the first to introduce the most advanced and innovative ideas to this part of the world. CIBL for Women embodies AUB values and is a prime example of AUB's transformative mission in action. CIBL for Women serves as a catalyst for structural change, building on extensive regional research, evidence-based knowledge, and partnership with regional and transnational employers. Our work at CIBL is rooted in research about the region, capacity building of employers to advance inclusive business systems, change mobilizing through a multi-country, multi-sector, multi-stakeholder partnership network across the region, and advocacy for national reform and legislation, and for advancing inclusive organizational systems. Societies in our region are in constant transformation, inevitable by the compounded multi-layered crises, political unrest, and socioeconomic challenges. However, the full engagement of women in the workforce is still affected by the social perception of gender roles, politics, family values, gender stereotype, misconceptions, and other factors. At CIBL for Women, we are charting a courageous path that enhances the role of women as full contributors to the economy and the well-being of communities. We are charting a roadmap for structural change that enforces equity and promotes performance for many, many years to come. A roadmap for inclusive workplace conditions and policies, therefore creating a positive and sustainable change in the region. Founded in 2018 at AUB, from AUB and to the region, CIBL for Women is the first center in the MENA region that is committed to advancing inclusive workplaces for women. We aspire to a future inclusive of women across the region, supported by gender-inclusive organizational leadership and employer structures. To do this work, we have partnered with employers, CSOs, governmental institutions, and universities from across the MENA region in the public, private, and non-profit sectors to develop and implement gender-inclusive policies. We believe that employer partnerships can solve problems of gender inequity in the regional workforce, contributing to social justice through social, institutional, and structural change. Today's event is an opportunity to reflect on how far we have come and why we have to keep going. It is an opportunity to celebrate the milestones we have achieved at CIBL for Women towards structural change, leading the way for a full and meaningful participation of women in the economy. Despite the multi-layered crises and socioeconomic challenges that plague this part of the world. In 2021, we launched the first iteration of the KIP Index and the Lived Experience Index. The KIP Index is the first local data-driven index that measures employer structures, policies, and practices on recruitment, retention, and promotion of women across 6 sectors and 11 countries, and is based on 1,700 surveys collected from local employers. The Lived Experience Index tracks female citizen experiences of recruitment, retention, and promotion in these 6 sectors and 11 countries, and is based on 550 interviews with female employees. These indices provide employers with locally generated and regionally informed knowledge on strategies to improve recruitment, retention, and promotion of women. This year, we were honored to receive the 2022 Innovation That Inspire Award for the KIP and Lived Experience Indices. This award was presented to us by the Association to Advanced Collegiate Schools of Business, AACSB International, an American professional organization which each year assesses applications from business schools from around the world on projects or other initiatives that are inspirational. This is another success story to add to the list of milestones that we have accomplished at CIBL for Women in such a short journey. We are now in the process of the second wave of multi-country data collection to measure progress, and will be releasing the second iteration of the KIP and lived experience indices in 2023. We have delivered executive education programs on inclusive recruitment, retention, and promotion strategies for women in the region. Through these capacity building programs, we hosted 482 employers from 4 sectors and 8 countries. We participated in the drafting and passing of the anti-sexual harassment law in Lebanon in December 2020. We partnered with employers from the region to craft concrete action plans for responsible inclusion of women in the workplace, which led to the creation of 111 new policies and 112 strategies for implementation. We developed a network of 90 employers leading policy change with a focus on inclusive workplace structures. We delivered the first program on gender lens investing in the region, which hosted more than 450 employers and investors from 4 sectors and 8 countries in the region. Throughout our work, we have impacted the lives of 195,400 employees in the region. We continue to dream big and grow, making a difference while enjoying every step of the journey, despite all odds and despite their surrounding uncertainties. The grit and resilience of our team is incomparable. Tough times shall pass, but tough teams will stay, and we will make a difference.